Morning, students. Okay, so today we are going to solve the problems on simple interest only and not compound interest, because compound interest it is little bit complicated because it has annuity and the normal problems, and then there is semi-annually and all those compounding daily and all. Accordingly, there are different problems. So today we will focus only on the simple interest problems. So let us start.
Please open the file which I have uploaded on Google Classroom. You can refer to those problems as I solve them on the board. Okay, so the first problem we will try to solve that. No matter which problem you all solve, one suggestion which I will give you all is when you all read the problem, try to write down the things which are specified in that problem. It will help you to determine what exactly you need to find and what information is available to you all. Otherwise, again and again, you all will have to refer to that problem. And now these problems which I have given you all are quite simple. But once we start having complex problems, reading the problem again and again, you are going to waste a lot of time for your exam. So the first time when you read it, just jot down a summary like sort of all the things which are mentioned in the problem. Okay, so to begin with the first problem, they are saying if you invest rupees 10,000 in a bank at a simple interest rate of 7%, what will be the amount at the end of 3 years? Now let us write down the things which are mentioned in this problem. So if you invest rupees 10,000, so 10,000 is going to be your principal amount. And the next thing that they are specifying is that the bank provides an interest rate of 7%. So interest is 7%. And the number of years that they are talking about is 3 years. Okay, so now it is very clear what information is given to you all, and they are asking you to find the amount at the end of those 3 years. So you're supposed to find the amount at the end of 3 years. Okay. In the last class, I told you all the formula for simple interest. The formula for simple interest was basically simple interest is equal to principal amount into interest rate into the number of years. Now this is the interest, right, which you are going to get at the end of the 3 years. But what is going to be your total amount? Your total amount will be the principal amount which you have invested plus the interest rate, isn't it? So basically your future value at the end of 3 years is going to be principal amount plus simple interest. This is going to be your total value. Now let us try to solve this problem. So they're basically asking the future value at the end of 3 years, which is nothing but the principal amount plus the simple interest. Now this can be again, simplified as simple interest formula is what? Principal amount into the interest rate multiplied by number of years. Over here the principal amount is what? 10,000. Plus again the principal amount. Interest rate is what? 7% into number of years, that is 3. So what is going to be the total amount over here? First tell me how much it will, how much the interest rate will be, the interest amount will be. It will be 10,000 multiplied by 7%. multiplied by 3 years. It is going to be 2100 plus this 10,000. So total it is going to be 12,100. So this is your future value. Clear? Now let us move on to the next problem. The next problem, it is stating that rupees 2000 is deposited in a bank for a period of 2 years at a simple interest rate of 6%. How much will be the balance at the end of 2 years? Now this is a problem which you all will have to solve as a homework. It is very simple problem. I expect you all to solve this. It is the second problem for your homework. Let us move on to the illustration B, that is find the rate of interest if the amount owed after 6 months is rupees 1050, borrowed amount being rupees 1000. Now over here what they have mentioned is find the interest rate. They have asked you all to find the interest rate. They have mentioned that they have mentioned the future value. They have also mentioned the present value, that is PO. They have mentioned that. They have just asked you to find out the interest rate. Now let us write down the particulars, whatever are there over here, so it becomes very easy for you. And also they have mentioned the time period. They have given the time period as 6 months. So now let us write down whatever things that are given in the problem. Okay. So what is given to us? Future value is given, which is nothing but 1050. Present value is also given, which is nothing but 1000. N is also given, which is nothing but 6 months. Okay. Now let us try to find out what will be the interest rate. Now the formula which we will use, future value is equal to present value plus simple interest. Isn't it? Now we will have to expand this equation into interest rate into N. Now this we need to find out. Now future value is given to us, it is 1050. Present value is given to us, it is 1000. Present value is given to us, which is 1000. Into, we have to find this, divided into 6 months. Now this is months. So in order to convert it into a year, we'll have to divide it by 12. Because there are 12 months in a year, in a way conversion becomes by dividing it by number of months which are there in a year. Okay. So 6 divided by 12. Why we have divided by 12? Because we are trying to determine the value annually. Okay. And it is given 6 months. So 6 divided by 12 is equal to how much? Is half year. Okay. We are just converting those 6 months into a year term. Okay. Now let us continue with the problem. Okay. Now we will have to solve this. Let us try and solve this part first. Okay. Then we will move to this part. Okay, so now let us solve this equation. Okay, over here 6 divided by 12, it is obviously going to be 0.5. Multiply it with 1000 into 5 plus 1000 over here 1050. Okay, now over here it is going to be 500I. Now let us 1050 minus 500I. So this is going to be around 50 divided by 500 is equal to I, which is nothing but this will divide. So 5 comes up. So it is 1 divided by 10, which is equal to how much? So I is nothing but 10%. Okay. So now these were the problems on simple interest. In our next class, we will try to start with the compound interest. Now these problems are not that important for you all in the syllabus, but I prefer to cover it because we'll have the subtopic time value of money. After this, we will see valuation of bonds and shares. The same way I will go about with, but it will be a live session most probably. And I will explain you all the theory first, and then we will go into the formulae, and then we will start solving basic problems. That's it. Okay. I will give you all some homework problems as well. I expect you all to solve and upload it on Google Classroom, so it becomes very easy for me to also understand if any one is not getting the problem. And also, if you all have any doubts, you all can write down those doubts and keep and ask me in person during our live session. Or what you can do is you can upload your doubt on Google Classroom itself. Don't message me personally, because then like there are a lot of messages and I may tend to ignore it, because there are a lot of messages. It becomes a little bit confusing. So if you upload it on Google Classroom, it's officially there on the classroom. I can go and I can check what doubts you all have. Okay. Yeah, that's all for today. Hope you all understood whatever I have discussed. If any doubts are there, you all can again upload on Google Classroom, or in the next live session, we can have a discussion about that. Thank you.